I mean, I think what a lot of people are doing. The weather's got better now, and weekends people are working. Perhaps that's why they're making the most of. I don't blame them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
If this wasn't out of the way from where we usually go camping too, it wouldn't even bother me to stop here first and then go camping. But
right, but if you've got a day or a few hours traveling, or
yeah,
I'm not necessarily a day, but 3 or 4 hour drive up north to the cottages and places like that. I don't know where you go, but
we just go to Crown Land because it's free camping.
I don't blame you. Hey, how are you doing, man?
Nice and free.
What do I call you? I don't want to call you TSP no more. What's your name?
Stinge.
Stinge. I'm Nico.
Nico. I've been having issues with my stream so far.
Right now here, the jamming shit, right?
Yeah, like 4 times it took me to get a stream up.
Last week I had all my footage on my GoPro deleted. All the cool stuff when they united. I was like, what the fuck? I was so fucking angry.
Yeah, that is crazy how they can do that shit, right?
Yeah.
The power.
The footage is corrupted and it's gone. I got 2 weak, crappy
Hey,
videos
Kelly.
out of it.
Sorry.
I actually thought like when we all came together.
Yeah, I was right there in front with Chris and the
and
guys. I couldn't all for nothing. They deleted it.
Actually, yeah, I did see you filming it. Yeah.
And I couldn't wait to get that footage. I was like, yes. And then it's gone. I was like, oh my goodness.
What the heck?
They really don't want us to make the videos and show the magic,
united.
right?
Yeah.
No, that's right. They don't want this message getting out. And
I've seen some other people's lives. It's worse than like the 60s television. It's like 2-bit or something. It's like blocks everywhere. I'm like, I couldn't even see anything. It's like,
yeah,
it's
good. Thank
impossible
you.
for any video to be that.
What are you smoking there?
Marijuana.
Okay, so the rules of the ground, because this is private property,
Right.
Marijuana consumption on the grounds isn't permitted as cigarette smoke. That being said, smoke away. Just keep away from the crowd.
Yeah,
I
that's.
appreciate you being over here. I just needed to say something.
Yeah, no problem. I got not here to call. That's why I'm sort of over here, out of the way. You want to be blowing
We're all
it.
on the same page. So, we're not going to give you guys a hard time. So
Okay, thank you, officer.
guys
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
So it's nice, no police brutality there, like you might see south of the border. Although I'm the wrong colour to get beaten up or shot live on the camera, I'm guessing. So how many have I got? 1 person so far. Great. That's another thing that they do. They shadow ban and make sure people don't get notifications and know that you're.
I have no idea what he said.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna finish up and go and head over there.
Didn't really stay very long. So.
But definitely looks. So okay, I'll catch you in a little while. Sorry, let me get my stream on. I don't know why people aren't getting notified. I tried to schedule a stream as I always do, but that just for some reason, every time I press to go live, it drops the stream and won't connect, like jamming it on purpose. So it looks like there's something going on a bit further away. Over there, we got 2 people now. So maybe as this does go on, a few more people will tune in, as is often the case with these live streams. But really and truly, looking around, the numbers are sparse. And I've had some difficulties already setting this stream up. So if or not we stay live for the duration, we'll just get as much as we can, and then I might do some filming and recording and put a video together later. But part of my purpose and reason for doing this live is to catch it as it happens, right? And it's unedited, it's unfiltered. If something does occur, then we can catch it. And as I was sort of saying to the people earlier, if not you were listening to that conversation, that the message of the speakers is important. As long as you can kind of hear that, then maybe the visuals aren't as important. But the main people are here. It looks that I can see, and that's good. And like I say, once I finish my smoke, I will go and start walking around, see who's about, see if we can get some words from people. So slowly and surely, 3 people now. We did have a whole bunch of guys, I think tuned in. There's about 3 or 4 waiting for the last broadcast, the scheduled broadcast, but unfortunately that shit wasn't. It's almost worth not scheduling them and just turning up, I think, and going live, because possibly giving them the advance knowledge gives them forewarning enough to block us. But here's Lamont coming over to say hello. How are you doing, brother? Oh, you got my glasses.
Yeah, I got
Give
your
me a hug.
glasses. How you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Nice
Yeah,
to see you too.
I've had difficulties already getting my stream up and running, but we are recording now, hopefully.
Nice. Nice.
So
We'll come on over a little bit closer.
we are. I just was having a little bit of a smoke before I come in, seeing what was going on. Nice police officer told me to stay out of the way of the crowd if I wanted to smoke. So
Really? What kind of smoke are we talking about?
marijuana.
What's the big deal?
He said
It's
cigarettes. This private property, right? He said cigarette and marijuana is kind of forbidden. But he was nice about it, and he also said thanks for being here. So
counts for a little bit.
it does go a little way. So that's good. I got my glasses back. Are we doing the speeches here today?
No, well, you see, Fearless Ontario decided to have the speeches a little bit closer to the legislature because they wanted. So, because what they wanted to do was have kind of a kids festival, because of, sometimes there's riots or Black Lives Matter, not Black Lives Matter, but, certain groups might have some intentions that are a little bit more militant, and they just wanted to make sure that the kids were separated from that. And so during their speeches separate from this group, and then people can come back here later.
Okay, so it's like, I noticed there's like almost 2 groups. There's a few people here that we can see. Am I still recording? And there.
Well, that's what, well, we'll see what happens, but I don't like the situation. But hey, what can I do? I can't always be in control of everything, right?
No, that's it. We can only be the parts that we can play, right? So anyway,
At the end of the day, it's about communication. So we'll see how this all plays out today.
definitely.
See if it works out for the overall good.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as though we've got the numbers again.
No, well, it certainly doesn't help when we're separated here. But things are changing for people. Some people are now working. Some people are getting more comfortable with the fact that they think the lockdown isn't happening, but there's a lot of different things that the government still haven't released us from complete lockdown. So people might think that's changing, but quite frankly, the laws are still there.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of giving us like one little tidbit, but taking away 5 without us knowing about it. And
Yeah, so we'll see how it all rolls. There's way more educated people involved in deciding these processes than I am. So I just show up and surround people with support and good vibes, and hopefully it all works out in the end.
Definitely. I'll catch you in a little while, brother.
Thank you, my
Let me
friend.
go and say hellos over here.
All right. I'm not set up my batteries.
It is.
I don't understand what happened.
How are you, Helen? How are you, sir? Good to see you, my friend.
Exactly.
So here's the little look down table here. Some of the signs, some of the people. And as I said, we got a little bit of a separation space. So the Fearless Ontario guys are over here. Just go and have a walk that way, see if trying to go as smoothly as I can so we don't get too much shake. See if well, there's quite a few more people over here. Actually, it's a little bit deceiving. And I guess when there is a division and a split between the 2 separate protests, then that's gonna give the illusion that maybe there are 2 smaller events going on. But who knows? Let's go see if we can see any familiar faces here, which it looks like we might do already. There's one. How are you, my friend?
How you doing?
Good to see you, brother. Let's hug. Yeah, I was just talking to Lamont about this. We got a little bit of a separation.
Yeah, we're social distancing now.
There we are. Let's have a look at that one. What does your one say? I want to hug my friends. I don't blame you. We all need to get out and have some friend time. But
That's right.
it's absolutely scorching here today. So I'm thinking maybe people have gone to the beaches, or maybe they've gone to the cottage. Who knows?
I think so.
Don't blame them. It's a nice day to be at the beach by the water, but some of us have a duty, I guess, to feel the
This is
need
more
to be
important
here.
than the beach.
That's it. The beach is going to be there tomorrow, right?
And if we don't do this, the beach is not going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, part of why I like going to the beaches these days is it's like the little oasis of normality. You go there and you don't see so many masks, you don't see the sort of people separating, and it's like I say, it's nice to be in that sort of environment when you sort of walk up and down the high streets or the downtown core. You see people in masks, the lineups outside the store, the boards on the window, but
We stay away from most of that. We have a nice quiet beach by our house. We just go lay there and listen to the waves.
yeah,
Don't
exactly.
really see any people.
And that's what I'm
It
saying.
feels normal.
It does feel normal, and that's why I think people probably are like heading there now, just because it's their normal in serenity. Anyway, catch you in a little while.
All right.
I'll go and continue to walk around. Kelly, I don't actually have a Twitter. Hey Kaz, glad to see you. Let me know. Is the picture quality looking pretty good, or are we want to stay away from American Pie? That might get us a copyright strike. Oh, that's a nice dog in a bit of shade. There's BK there. Looks like he's in the middle of recording something. So won't disturb him just for a moment. Have some cameras over here. How you doing, buddy? Frisbees. Not sure if this is media or not. They look kind of professional-like cameras. Hey, how are you?
How are you doing?
I like all your stickers.
My son is stickering me up. So.
I don't believe.
All my stickers, Bill. What happened?
There's Matthew over there, the guy who's on out and about on the streets. There are some familiar faces here. What's up, Matthew?
How you doing, my friend?
Good to see you. Let's have a hug.
Fantastic to see you.
This is a lovely little spot by the pine tree. You've got your little chair down there.
Anyone welcome to come and kind of lounge out if they want.
Yeah, I think I might join you in a little while. That heat is look, he's got his setup, got his Timbits, his Tim Hortons, water, everything you need. Probably got some hookers hidden under the tree back there in a meth lab. Oh, don't blame me. Anyway, I'll catch you in a little while. Good to see you, my friend. So who?
Tried my board yet?
Where's your board?
Please, just step on the shit there. Don't worry about that. I do it all night.
Where am I doing? On the back?
Anywhere in the back. Little signature there. This is what keeps me going. It's
Right.
a reminder to keep going when I'm feeling hot and tired.
There you go. I don't know if you can see that. We signed the.
Thank you.
No problem.
good sir. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll
All
catch you in a while.
Definitely.
Let's go chat over here. Looks like we can see Chris. Sky, his lovely wife, and some of his friends. He looks quite fired up and angry. Maybe not angry.
So much footage.
Hey,
Talking about like government issues and stuff versus having the kids. But then you didn't.
how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you, brother.
Separate area for the protest.
Yeah, not bad. Beautiful hot day here today. Beautiful. It's going to be cooking in a little while, I think.
July comes.
I know, right? Well, it's not that far. 10 days, right? 10 days.
Without any actual feedback.
One came to me. That's not true.
Hey. Oh. Okay, so looks like maybe there's a little bit of friction or something going on over there. Who knows? But not sure who these camera people are. If they're like YouTubers, social media, if they are actual press. Look like they have a press pass. Hey, how are things going? Yeah, that says enough.
It's like a, I don't know. I have a lot bit of conflict, which is natural.
Sometimes, yeah. When you get enough balls in the same ring, they're going to bump heads a little bit, maybe.
I know.
But anyway, let's try and enjoy the most of why we're here.
And you could tell when they actually
How are you, brother?
good.
Yeah, a little bit of a strange atmosphere here today. So I'm going to try and find somewhere we can possibly maybe sit down and just keep the stream as steady as we can. We're up to 9 people now, that's good. Yeah, mad world. All around me are familiar faces, worn-out places. So yeah, it does seem to be a little bit of a strange atmosphere here today. Sometimes you kind of come in and get a good, there's a sort of good vibe already. There's drums and sort of a little bit of energy going, but people feel a little bit tired, lethargic. Maybe that is the weather. I don't know what this guy is up about. How are you doing? Well, at least he's enjoying himself. You know, people find enjoyment in different things.
Everybody wants to be together, so maybe you should have asked everybody before you guys made up your mind and everything. Thank you very much.
Yeah, interesting times.
Yellow?
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Likewise, brother. Likewise, friend.
How are you doing, man?
Oh, good to see you.
You too. You too. So yeah, guys, does seem to be a little bit less people here, but there's somebody there very familiar. There's little Letitia. Let's go say hello to her. How are you? Yes, I am. Let me give you a hug.
Nice to see you. I don't like this whole
What's this
separation
good?
stuff. I really want people to come back here. Like, we cannot let them divide and conquer us. Like,
Yeah, this doesn't seem right today. It's a bit of a strange, like, vibe in the air.
well, again, they're thinking. My understanding is that they want to keep that a little more family friendly over there.
Yeah.
And I really don't see what the issue is, because most of our speakers, we've had good speakers, and with maybe a couple of exceptions. Like, I don't.
Yeah. We've had a few plants or maybe a few
Yeah, we can't
randoms.
fall for this divide and conquer BS, right? Like, that's what we're trying to avoid.
No.
We are in this together in the best of ways, and no, I really hope they're gonna come back. I don't wanna.
So yeah, let's see what happens over the course of the day.
People are gonna come back.
We're stronger together in the solidarity. You know, we've been talking for weeks and weeks about how we need more and more people, and then to kind of fragment. I mean, as I said, I'm just here to play my part. I'm not really here to tell you what they should or shouldn't do, but it's when I walked over, you could kind of see, hey, there's hardly anybody here, and then when you got closer, you saw that there was another group. And now it almost looks like there are 2 separate events for anyone that's passing by.
I'll try to convince them to come back here, because
Well,
we
maybe-
need to remain consistent. Like, that's,
Yeah, I think so. But maybe once the speaking and all that is over and done with, people will mix and blend in. Anyway, I'll see you in a little while. talking of heat, it is exceptionally hot here today. It's over 30 degrees, maybe close to the high 80s, the low 90s perhaps. Gorgeous day, as I said. Many people might have gone to the lake, to the beaches, enjoying this summertime. Something in Canada, you know, we don't get much summer, and people do make the most of it when you only get a few months. So let's move a little bit away from the loud music, because that's a little bit disruptive sometimes to concentration. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about, you know, people that are out today wearing that masks. And it's kind of, you know, it's that kind of heat that even just standing up is an effort and does take quite a lot of energy. I've already like chugged a lot of water. Okay, we've got the speeches going on over here, so let's go hear what the speeches are all about. That is why we're here. We're not, you know, trying to give everybody the voice. Well, there's a familiar person. Hello, hello. Say again? The shorts? Why are they a mistake?
I said they're risque.
Risque?
Risque. They have to be below the knee.
All right, well, I just rolled them up a little bit. Maybe if I pull them down a
little. Slutty of you.
Yeah, well, I did say that they weren't Daisy Dukes or village people.
When I was in school, I went to a Catholic school.
Let me
And they had two things to measure our we were allowed to have short pants.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't wear shorts and stuff all the time. If there was a certain degree, like 25 degrees or something,
they would allow it.
That short pants, that's the hard.
Well, it's about 30 degrees here today, right?
Yes, but still, above the knee.
I can roll them down again if need be. These were actually like jeans this morning. So I did my best. At least they're not showing butt cheeks. But
at least don't be free. I don't know what's going on.
There's an atmosphere here today. But anyway, I'm going to go see what they've got to say, because that is kind of here. How are you guys? These are good people. We're going to come back and hang with you in a little while. So at least we've got the shades to work with, I guess, for the speeches. So they've already started over there.
So I am asking everyone to come over here together. Ramon, everyone, to come over here together and enjoy some music that I put together for all of us. Come on down here. This is one group. We are supposed to be together. And when we're done, we're going to come down there. And we're going to talk with those guys, because those guys are our guys as well. It's as simple as that. When we stand together, unified as one group, we can stand up against anything. And that's what this is about. There is no problems, there is no separation. And if anybody's got an issue with that, they can speak to me.
Oh, this is some interesting footage nonetheless.
So I invite everyone to come down here. Lamont, I would like to have a dance with you. So I would like you to come on down here and dance with me, darling.
Wow.
And I got these awesome musicians play the song.
Okay, so it's a lot of music going on here. I thought they were going to be speaking. So let's go back to some of our familiar faces. We're not sort of choosing sides or anything, but we are stronger together. I'm not really sure what's going on. It's hard to put my finger on it or really see. I don't know if people are flexing muscles or if...
See, that's right. Let's give a big round of applause for all the amazing people Kelly put this together for you all.
Lots of things going on, guys. But at the same time, this is some interesting footage. We're seeing something very unusual going on here. We've got a division within the groups that are supposed to be unified. A lot of angry pacing kind of going on. This guy, he doesn't care. True, keep singing. He's doing his own thing. So as I said, let's go hang out. They're saying. Well, this seems like a shit show.
Thank you for saying that. We were just discussing
Oh my god, that took all the effort I had to sit down.
Oh no, well, getting back up is going to be more.
Yeah, it is. I've almost...
So what's the deal?
I really kind of don't know. Hang on a second. Let me...
Are you live still?
Yes.
I just like to know what's
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
Good to ask that question. Okay.
I shared your stream on my Twitter account this morning, so hopefully some of my followers are watching right now.
Yeah, that I've had a terrible problem with my streams today.
So I think they
I'll push it that way. That huh?
they have cameras now. So I
Yeah.
had 3 people filmed last week. And the sound quality was completely garbled.
Yeah, mine was horrible.
Yeah, I forgot to talk to you about it today, but that happened to me.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy out at Woodbine on Thursday, saying things like he was filming on a GoPro, right? Not even live streaming. And when he got home, all his footage was deleted.
Nico.
Nico, yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's been. Wow. Yeah, they wiped his GoPro. Wow.
Um,
And that happened with Omari as well. His stream is completely garbled. Almost unwatchable.
I saw his. Yeah, it was that great.
Yeah. It's okay for parts of it, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, I might even stop the stream because I don't know if we're going to hear any speakers.
We're going to be speaking about that.
I thought that's what was going to go on. But it uses a lot of data.
Music as well.
And it also, you know, if people can't watch it because it's a poor quality, and that's part of the design of doing it, right? That people like to have the visual as well as the audio. And if you're watching something that's buffering and pixelated it's like, you know what?
Do you suggest people to lower the quality? Because it helps a lot. I watched yours, and I lowered the quality right down to 144, and that would be
Right.
Anywhere above that, no.
But that's the thing, when you do use YouTube to go live on mobile data, you can change the quality.
Not you, people watching it.
Yeah, but you can change it on your own settings.
Yeah, so if you just make sure to tell your followers that, then they will. When I retweeted it, I put that in your tweet. Not really what I'm looking at.
So yeah, I'm sorry about the pixelization, guys. There's not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. I tried to use Streamlabs, and for some reason that doesn't want to work. And as I said, we're here live trying to get some footage as it happens, but there does seem to be a little bit of a separation and a little bit of, I don't know, can't really put your word on it, but here we are, if you can hear stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, Maiden. That I believe that is exactly what's going on, and that's when I schedule the live streams. That's when those live streams just will not take. My goodness, there's a lot of noise all of a sudden. So I did try to use Streamlabs. That wouldn't work at all. I don't know why. I think I'm using a free app. Maybe I've already used too much of what they allow you to use per month on a free version. I don't know much about it. So I have done everything I can to try and improve the quality of this stream. The sound's good, but the picture's not good quality. Sorry about that, Daria.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just going to leave the camera playing in the background, and you can sort of watch what's going on for yourself.
So can you know what? About what you found out from there to there?
From what I can gather, and this is only what I've been told, the fearless people wanted it to be a little bit more family festival and less militant than the protest, and they wanted to be closer to the building.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. And I spoke to them.
So like families are another entity.
Does make you
Families are, they have their own plans and they want to join it. Families are established system. So they want to be around other families. They've already established. They have a lot in common.
Hey, how's it going?
Bob, how are you?
You made it.
The gang's all here almost.
Slowly gathering.
Slowly. So let's just. Hey, here's. How are you, BK? Good to see you, my friend.
Just saying, we're all gathering slowly. Yeah, we're confused. Trying to make do with the messages. Are they conflicting? Are they cohesive? What's going on?
I don't really know. What are you speaking of specifically?
Well, the fact that there's two camps over here.
You know what? I just heard Kelly say that we're going to unify the groups and they're moving their group over here.
Sweet.
Yeah, she just said that after the free falling. She just said that. So there you go. Yeah.
It's not good to separate.
No. Very
No separation. I mean, it's great they give space.
Yeah, this
We're hard to organize because we're very individualistic as patriots.
Exactly.
That's true.
I just heard Laura Lynn Thompson talk to this guy, Mark Grizzly Patriot, he's known. I heard an interview this morning about Agenda 21, 2030, we'll work it out or whatever. And he was talking about the same thing. I found the same thing. The left is a lot easier. The left is all, what do we say, what do we do? You know, thing going on, you get your thing going on, this thing going on. But I think we can rally around simple kind of patriot actions like what we did last Saturday.
Yeah, I love that.
You know,
Teach
was
that
great.
again.
We should do that again today?
Please
Yeah,
do.
absolutely.
I really enjoyed that.
That was, I think, more. Yeah, I think I caught a lot of it on the video, especially the guy at College Park. That was the best part for me. That guy, because he just opened his heart up to us.
That was great.
You kind of looked at his face. He was like overwhelmed that people were listening to him and not thinking he was crazy. And when you're kind of in those, like maybe in your work environment or your school environment or maybe shared house, you know, roommates, you might be alone and thinking like us. So you bottle that up. And
you know, until like we came and met this group and started protesting together, we really, my best friend and I kind of felt like there has to be other people out there that think this, that feel this. Where are they? You know, there's got to be more. And thankfully, there's more to continue. It's really great. So.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, sort of when I come here for the first time, I was on my own. I was a lone wolf.
Really?
And now, look. Yeah, I think I met Gracer was one of the first. She come and started talking to me, and then we met Robert. And over weeks, we've kind of all banded together, and you know, we make more and more friends. Even though maybe the numbers don't come, the core gets stronger. And you know, like I said, last week we had the little group that went down to Dundas. That was mostly organic. I mean, we had spoken about it before, but a group of people followed us down there, and that had more impact, I think, than the protest because we took it to another location.
Yeah, I think the offline info is important. Right? I just made a video, you know, yesterday called "Canadian Men Man Up Like a Beautiful Girl to Defend Your Country." Because I showed a couple of people in March. Zoe, 14-year-old girl, grade 8, who's whatever, she's handing out flyers. Another cute little girl, and the last one, little 6-year-old girl, or whatever. Right? And basically making the point that you can't just bitch online about what sheep Canadians are. That's a sheep's thing to do. Posting memes, guys with bags over their heads, clown country. It's like, that's as opposed to going, no, let's reach out there. People like being taken seriously. Right? So if you take them seriously, they'll take you seriously. That's what I think.
that's action though, right? That's affirmative action, because just talking about it, great. Sitting behind there on your keyboard, good. But like, what do you actually do for the movement, right? So it's important. I really enjoy getting together with people.
Yes.
You know, and like minded people, and so it's good to see everybody having a good back together. That's how
They're done. I'm gonna go over because they're speaking now. This is what I'm gonna leave my bag if you don't mind.
All right, just gonna have on your flag.
What makes me sick to my stomach is remembering all those elderly patients lying in stretchers in hospital hallways. This is, by the way, called hallway healthcare in Canada. Left to soil themselves without dignity. Apparently, we didn't have the money to fix that problem, but we do now. Go figure. How many times have you heard it's better to be safe than sorry? Well, let's look at the sorry part. Food is becoming more expensive. Supply dwindles. People are losing their jobs. Domestic violence is up. Depression's a real thing. And governments around the world continue declaring millions of people non-essential, essentially saying, you know what, we don't need you.
We don't need them.
Like with any agenda, our minds require conditioning before drastic change can be accepted. In our case, we are being conditioned to view our freedoms as selfish. They understand our weakness better than we do, and they've convinced most people that being a coward is the same thing as virtue. Being tracked and treated like children, waiting in long lines at Walmart or Costco just to feed their families. We're even being judged by fellow shoppers for not putting on a mask, even though it's common knowledge that the skin is the largest organ. In other words, nothing less than 24 feet in reality would actually work if there's a real virus around. This alone proves that it's more about compliance than it is about safety. The way I see it, the mask itself is part of our initiation into the new world. It has a horrible psychological effects and dehumanizes us. Our connection with fellow man hides behind a veil. Facial expressions or a simple smile will still be in the past. We'll soon start to see people as threats and not human beings. What's clear is that every month that goes by, we enter a new phase of division. Now, assuming the controllers decide to give us a small window of normalcy in the next couple of months, does anyone think, realistically, that they won't do this again?
Oh, they're planning it.
However, without sounding all doom and gloom, there's a good lesson to be learned here. Rather than just using control platforms like Facebook and YouTube to wake people up, I say we find the courage to get out and speak to random strangers, whether it's for a couple minutes or even a spontaneous 5-second line, you can say. What do you got to lose? On a personal note, I've been embarrassing myself for the past year at grocery stores, coffee shops, street corners, handing out information cards about atmospheric aerosol injection programs in Canada. Some listen, some don't. However, moving forward, I can assure you that this pandemic and the loss of our freedoms will now be my #1 priority. Thank you. My hope is that one day we will say no to a backwards future. Your kids and my kids are depending on us.
Yeah!
I'm reminded of 32 inspiring words by singer-songwriter Morrissey in a song called Spent the Day in Bed, and they are as follows. I recommend that you stop watching the news, because the news contrives to frighten you, to make you feel small and alone, to make you feel that your mind isn't your own. Great song on YouTube if you want to check it out. I'm not going to end it by once again saying thank you to everyone for coming out and having the courage to show up. I'm truly grateful to be standing here among you. Thank you.
I'm not sure if anyone else is going to get up and speak. are you, Moz? Good to see you, brother. Everybody's unified now. They were over there a little while ago. Now we're together. That's a much better sight. And I almost feel the atmosphere has changed. People are congregating, having conversations, talking, interacting with one another. So I thought we were going to get more speeches then, but I guess not. So guys, I might actually end this stream shortly and just do some recording here because I don't know what is going on exactly. But we'll leave it rolling for a little bit longer. The same thing, I do need to save a little bit of data as well, just in case. But the music's nice. That changes the mood of things. The cars are still beeping. Yeah, I'm just going to address your little comment. I was getting in some shade so I could actually read them. And that's part of why I'm doing this, because the media aren't here. There's no sign of media at all. I don't even think Rebel News are here today, and they were like the only remote thing close to mainstream media that come and reported. But it's the YouTubers, it's the social media sites, Instagram, the Twitters, the Facebook Live. We are the people that are bringing this story. May not be the most interesting of stories, may not have high-octane special effects as other news stories such as 9/11 perhaps, but this is history, guys, and believe it or believe it not, these people that are congregated here are some kind of resistance. This is a little bit of, you know, why it gets a little bit concerning when you see a division, because they want us divided, they want us to believe in the official narrative, they want us living in fear, and they don't want us uniting, they don't want solidarity, they don't want unity, because that is a dangerous threat to their control and their stronghold on us that they use in this pandemic to implement those one world order directives that we've heard so much about over the years as part of the conspiracy theory network, the red pill rabbit hole. You've probably been down, you know all about the one world order and their desire for one world government, one religion, one currency, pin, tattoos, identification, track, traceability. You know, that's the basic, guys. The days of Orwell's 1984, that's in the past. We need to stop comparing ourselves to 1984. We've been living in 1984 for quite some time. And it's been living in that 1984 society that has led us to where we are now. And it's only going to get a lot more draconian as the weeks and days go by. Seriously, guys, Soylent Green. That is the one movie that you really need to pay attention to, because that is where we are heading, a Soylent Green society. Look at that, we said we're about to check out, and 13 people are watching. The vibe is good, and again, this is something that when I arrived here, you could feel there was maybe some tension, some animosity or something in the crowd. You could see sort of people weren't as friendly or as approachable as maybe they have been in the past. But now everybody's together. We've got some sunshine, we've got some music, and what's not like? Look at that. I said we've got 13 people, now we're down to 11. Not at all Backass. I'm just going to call you Backass. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it's a long name. Hey, ATN, glad to see you. And it is a little bit of a celebration of freedom, I guess. You know, music. You can see a few people maybe move into the music, but people were conversing, they're having conversations. And the shade is very welcome today. It is like 90 degrees over the 30-degree mark here if it's north of the border. So everybody is under the shade of the tree, which is nice. So let's go back and see our motley crew. It looks as though it's all mended now. Everyone's back together and happy and playing nicely.
Isn't that interesting little experiment we did there, right?
I'm not sure if, again, this is like the flexing of muscles, who's in charge. And... Yes.
I don't know, but I'm glad that they're bringing it back together. I really am.
Yeah.
Because us separating right now is not going to
help anything.
It's not going to help interaction between people. It's not going to help the overall look at the size of the numbers and willingness to come back based on what they're seeing.
Yeah, and that's it. Like even though we've united, there's still less people here this week than there was last week.
This is like week 3.
I don't know. Who are these people turning up over there?
They look naked.
They do look naked. There's a bunch of naked people on bicycles.
Bicycle thing. They do this every year. It's the naked bike race. You know that?
Which one?
Naked bike race.
Okay, so there's naked people on bicycles.
Yeah, they do this every year.
Exactly, Becca. Let's go and get the I'm going to take my bag just in case I get lost. But there are naked bicyclists. Sorry guys, news happens as it happens. But yeah, this is another reason, Backass, why we do this, is to record real life. It's recording history. And this is, real life, real time reality TV, so to speak. This isn't, propaganda. This isn't agenda. Oh my goodness, there's cocks and bulls outside the legislature. You can't make this shit up, guys. So in the middle of our protest, a bunch of naked people have turned up here at Queen's Park. And this is what I'm telling you guys. I don't know if this is normal, but dude, stop rubbing. Like, there was a guy literally we're going to stay a little bit of a distance because we don't want to get pixelation done for nudity. But there's naked people here on bicycles. There is a couple of girls that are naked as well. I can only imagine the chafing on that bicycle saddle on a 30-degree day. Gucci rubbing against saddles. Left saddle, that might even be enough to give you a yeast infection. But here we go, guys. There are a bunch of naked people walking around. Hey Vlad, how are you doing, my friend?
How are you guys?
Not so bad. This is a little bit interesting.
I know. We'll have to keep separated.
Definitely. I was just saying about the girls on the bikes that are naked on a hot day with a leather. That's not going to be doing much for their freshness, should we say. But anyway, yeah, we've got to keep the naked people away from the children. That's a little bit worrying. I thought maybe they were wearing suits or maybe leggings that were hiding their junk, but there was one guy that was really getting into himself over there. So there's something you don't see every day, guys. Naked bicyclists. God, what's this song? I know it. It's an early 90s tune. You know it, I'm sure. Okay, so let's go back to our little band of crusaders. Drives me crazy. There it is. I knew what the song was. I needed to hear the.
How many people are standing at attention?
Oh my God! I stayed away just so you couldn't. But there was one guy that just walking around like this. And then
like as a protest, and then using it for like a sexual, you know,
the
public
banana
fun
seed
thing.
saluting.
That's why that's not.
who knows?
that's
Oh,
not-
sorry. Now, ladies, it's a very hot day. Leather saddles next to a freshly open coochie. That's not going to be doing much for.
We were just talking about it. Yeah.
There's,
hanging out.
It's all hanging out.
It's mostly guys though, isn't it?
There's a couple of ladies.
There, okay.
That's one. I don't know, but I just like if ever anyone wished to be a bicycle saddle. Not today. That's what I'm going to say.
It might be more interesting to get people's reactions to watching.
He's wearing a black mask and
Reactions.
he's naked. Just right there, right?
Yeah.
Right straight away, right there.
But didn't we joke last week about the strip clubs when we went down to Yonge? We went past the Zambire. Are they going to have to wear face? You know, they'll be naked, but they have a face mask on.
They too. Exhibit A. Right over there.
But there's a lot of police kind of moving into the naked people. And they're all. But yeah, I thought maybe they might have like tights or something, leggings.
No, I see bum crack.
Yeah, and like some have like walked a little bit closer to us. Like if they.
I noticed the cop escorted him back. I was watching the cop police. He was like, "You're not going that way."
Real life news. Yeah, Alias, it's not my fault, darling. This is YouTube. They are blocking, they are jamming it, not necessarily just YouTube, and they're shadow banning, but the data signals is affecting a lot of people here. I've been talking to other YouTubers that are covering this event, and they've had some very bizarre things. Nico, I'll try and find Nico for you in a little while. Actually, he was here at the beginning at the protest speaking about how his GoPro was erased. He did a lot of footage last week, and when he got home to upload it, it had been erased from his phone. So there's certainly some sinister shadow banning going on here. But the one thing that doesn't seem to be shadow banned is the cock and balls on the bike over there. Up to 15 people now. But anyway, as I said, Alias, I've done everything I could. I tried using Streamlabs, but Streamlabs just will not. I'm not sure if we're going to hear at least an hour or so of footage here. Again, sorry for the glitches and the buffering. But this is sort of out of my control. I'm afraid it is in the powers to be, and when you use the mobile data, you are at the whims of the powers that control that data, unfortunately. Yeah, like Nancy, they are naked as the day they were born. There's coochies, there's cocks, there's balls, there's boobs, there's all sorts of things going on over there. There's even a naked guy who climbed a tree. Some interesting scenes here at the Queen's Park Legislature building, or whatever it's called, here in Toronto, part of downtown, on a beautiful, beautiful, sunny, hot summer day. There's actually some cloud coming over in the northwest, which is interesting because I did a video, Crazy Clouds, Strange Skies 2020, a little while ago, and it does seem that when we do get clouds, it always comes from the northwest, which is the direction we're looking at now. It is fun, Alias. I mean, that's what we were just chatting about in our little group. How are you doing? Earlier we've got, the amount of friends and stuff. Hey, how are you, my man? Good to see you. the friendships that are forming, the bonds that are forming, you know, and I've been out and about meeting people throughout the duration of this protest. Each and every week I get to meet somebody new and we get a bigger, stronger bond of friends. There's a couple of ladies over there dancing. I've almost realized we're listening to UB40 and this might get us a community strike. The Wind House. That's very true. The race protests are a distraction and a part of the division, divide and conquer. That's what's beautiful here, that we've got division, we've got unity. Everybody is here together as one. It doesn't matter, you know, we've got lots of different colors, lots of different religions, even our little group of... Oh my goodness. And look, just as well we didn't stop, because now we've got another protest turning up. It's all going on down at the Queen's Park. We've got naked cyclists, and now it looks as though Black Lives Matter are arriving. So yeah, we're gonna keep going live. I'm sorry guys if it is pixelated. Look at that beautiful blue sky. But I don't know if they're coming here. Yeah, they're coming. So there's lots of protests going on. We've got naked people on, very busy. Black Lives Matter are just turning up. The Lives Matter protest doesn't look as though they have the numbers that we've seen in previous weeks. So anyway, busy day.
So it's one thing to know about it, okay? It's another thing to do something about it.
I have Gail, Ashley, if you guys could both please come to the tech.
Ashley, Terry, where are you?
Check, mic check. Check, mic check. Check, mic check.
So I did say we're going to wrap this up, but we will keep going for a little bit longer, I guess, just because so much is going on down here. It looks like the naked people have been moved on. They're no longer here, but they've moved in the BLM of
Everybody, I just want to say I'm super proud to see you all here.
I understand that here.
I want to take a applause for Dublin first. On behalf of the Line and Fearless Ontario, we would like everybody to know that we are making such amazing progress. We've got more support coming out within Parliament. We're working hard on behalf of all of you, and your voice matters. So we are so super impressed with your support. We are so happy to see all these children here. We're just, it's really great. And we want to make sure that everybody stays unified and lets all our little differences just go out the door and focus on what the most important thing, the most important aspect is of the entire movement, and that is our democracy. So with that, I'm going to have Vlad come up and say a few words, and we have some amazing speakers for you guys to hear today. Thank you.
All right. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Yep. Happy Saturday! Freedom fighters? Yes? So this is our 9th week. So we've been here over 2 months. 100 people coming together at one point, almost 1,000 people ago. As we know, there's no outbreak in the hospitals. The hospitals are so empty, it's ridiculous. I think at this point in the whole province of Ontario, we have maybe 600 people in a hospital. It's unfortunate what's happening simply because people who need actual medical assistance, they're not getting it because of the measures that the government imposed, and it's very sad because people do not get cancer screening, they are not able to get treatment for heart issues, and those are real people that are dying. And the government is not willing to not just take responsibility, they're not even willing to recognize what's taking place. And we really have to make sure the government can pay attention to what's taking place, because enough is enough. We need to take back our country back. We need to take our home back. This is our home country. Most people here are immigrants, first, second generations. We come from places where they know exactly what's happening next after this. Yes or yes? Exactly. And that's why we're here. The people who are woke up 3 months ago, we gotta do our part helping other people wake up. We're doing our best providing you different resources. We print up a new mask flyer. We edit it to make sure there's more information, educating people about dangers of wearing masks. There's real danger behind wearing masks to the health experts, and they're literally damaging their own health. They're deprived of the oxygen. Because when you're wearing a mask for even a short period of time, I repeat, when you're wearing a mask even for 5-10 minutes, the level of oxygen in your body drops significantly. And like, this is crazy that in the heat wave, I see people in the streets wearing masks. I see children in the streets wearing masks. This is called child abuse. And the government is responsible for that. It boils my blood because I have a son myself and many people here are parents. And again, that's why we're here. We're not here for ourselves only. We're here for our next generation. We're here for our own children. We're here for children of the whole country. And again, we are very privileged to be able to do this because unfortunately in other countries around the world, they're not even able to come together. They're not able to be without masks outside at all. California, guys, you think it's hot here? California, mandatory masks everywhere outside. It's ridiculous what's happening. So we are extremely fortunate, at least in that regard, that we're able to come together here and not have any masks. And the reason why we don't have any masks is because we're not free. And people that are wearing masks, unfortunately, been brainwashed to think that the mask protects you from the virus. The mask is a sign of submission. The mask is a sign of submission. The mask doesn't protect you from the virus. The only people in the history that were forced to wear mouth coverings are slaves. We will not be slaves in this country. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. No fear. No fear. No fear. Amazing. Thank you, guys. This is the energy that we need to bring out there. Very important. As we all know, unfortunately, and if you know, I'm sorry to break the bad news. Our favorite, big quotation marks, favorite premier of this beautiful province of Ontario will be extending emergency order another 2 weeks into July 15th. Are you kidding me? So we are coming here on Tuesday. I need everybody to come on Tuesday. I need you guys to bring at least 5 to 10 people with you on Tuesday, right there by this building. 10 a.m. Please come for 10 a.m. We're going to be, first of all, submitting our petition. We have hundreds and hundreds of people filled out the petition, helping Randy Healer. The only common sense voice in this building is independent Randy Healer. He wanted to end this emergency order a long time ago. The government said no. He wanted to put an amendment that this government would be accountable at least to the people of Ontario, at least explaining what exact science are they using for these ridiculous measures. They voted that amendment down. We wanted to have at least recorded vote so we would know which of these politicians actually voted it down. We did a secret, not recorded vote. We can't even hold these politicians accountable. And they're going to call us yahoos? They're going to call us irresponsible? Are you kidding me? Enough is enough! Enough is enough! No fear! No fear! No fear! So here, Tuesday, 10 a.m., everyone got to show up. This building has to hear our voices. I want to have 1,000 people here in this Queen's Park in front of this building. Those politicians need to be scared of us at this point. We're not going to take this BS anymore. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm going to come back, speak a little bit later, bring Kelly on. Stay healthy, love you all. No mask, hands on us. Come from love, come from love.
That's what we got, folks. Hugs over masks. It's very interesting because we asked up front, we called them out on as experts. We said, why don't you have your experts come and have a talk with our experts? How about that? Nothing wrong there, right? But he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to tell us who he is. Any doctor out there who does not have a license in virology or epidemiology is committing the crime of malpractice to advise on COVID. They are not qualified to advise on viruses if they are not licensed or trained in viruses. And we've had enough, haven't we, folks? That's all right. Right now, I'd like to invite up a new speaker. Her name is Ashley. She's going to come on up here and take the mic.
Some of you may know me, Ashley Taryn, on Facebook. I out here off of Faith, off of Coaster out of Pool. And started out with about 100 people, maybe 150, and now look at us, right? So the first thing I'd like to say is that I'm very honored to stand here alongside all of you guys. You guys are very beautiful, strong, and courageous, and it helps people like us be able to have each other. Secondly, I want to congratulate you graduating on the victory and great success after standing and fighting against the mandatory vaccination. Many dedicated fellow Canadians stood and made their voices heard for days and set a precedent for our entire nation. We, the people, have a voice. Our voices will not go unheard. Our voices are powerful, and New Brunswick proved Thursday. And I must say, for the second time, that is not the first time. They did it twice. It is imperative for everyone standing here today to be aware that the vaccine agenda in Ontario has already been implemented prior to this global pandemic. With that being said, I would like to touch quickly on the dangers associated with mandatory vaccination. If vaccines become mandatory and we lost our right to choose, anything could potentially be added to that vaccine schedule for our children, such as the COVID-19 shot. Right? Anything could potentially be added, and that is a danger. Although it has been
How are you doing, beautiful?
that the COVID-19 shot will not be mandatory.
Oh my goodness, every week you spoil me.
Every week is different. Everybody. I have to go to the cafe. I do. Because my clinic is not getting any business.
Do you need a chef for your cafe?
Therapist, but I have a spa-like clinic. It is important for everyone
Spa-like
to
clinic,
understand
huh?
that vaccine mandates can be declared at provincial
I'll catch you in a
levels
little while. That's very good banana bread.
against human rights, right? Vaccine Choice Canada and 5 beautiful mothers filed a lawsuit against the government of Ontario 9 months ago. I stood here September 23rd with my signs, screaming, shouting relentlessly, "My body, my choice, I do not comply." I stood here with hundreds of other parents after finding out the government of Ontario is threatening to withhold our rights to choose in making an irresponsible recommendation to take away religious and conscious exemptions. This is a violation against our Charter of Rights. And Rocco Galati is also representing that case. For those of you who are unaware who Rocco Galati is, he is the same attorney who's filing a lawsuit against the federal government for this unjust, unlawful lockdown we have endured the last few months. Vaccine Choice Canada is a not-for-profit organization who can benefit greatly with donations towards both lawsuits. You can do this by becoming a member and donating through the Vaccine Choice Canada website at www.vaccinechoicecanada.com. We the people have the power to stand up against medical tyranny. It is our duty to stand up for truth. We the people need to unite as one and fight for our right to choose. Because where there is risk, there must be choice. There is a massive conflict of interest and incentives surrounding the vaccine agenda, and it's very alarming. Remember, there is absolutely no profit in a healthy population. A cured person is a customer loss. Lastly, I would like to say I am pro-science, I am pro-safe, and I am pro-choice, and most importantly, I'm pro-truth. And truth starts with liability and informed consent. We all need to continue to advocate to end the censorship, and please do the right thing and never stay silent. The truth starts with you. For those who participated in writing letters, thank you. Cullen really stressed the importance of letters and the impact they can make. It's never too late to start, so if you need any guidance, head over to Glorious and Free. Also, you're welcome. Also, please head over to my friend Jessica and sign the petition against mandatory vaccination if you have not already. Thank you very much.
Ashley, everybody, that was absolutely wonderful. We have so many organizations that have come together to support all of you, and that's what it's about. It's about us unifying with each other as Canadians, regardless of our differences, regardless of what we believe in. We all believe in democracy. We all have an obligation to all of our children to provide them with a better world than the one we were handed. That's what this is about. That's exactly what this is about. Next, I'd like to ask Gail to come up here because I know she's got to take off shortly. There she is. And everybody around, welcome for Gail. First time on the mic as well.
Hi guys. So I didn't really, think I was going to be speaking to anyone. I'm not a professional speaker. I don't have speech written or anything really. I just wanted to voice my pain and tell my story and I know that I speak on behalf of so many small businesses whose lives have been destroyed through this, because of the fear-mongering, because of this nonsense that we're going through. My story is that I opened a beautiful shop in Leslieville, right where I live, to support my community, to be part of my community, and to give back to, I do permanent makeup, so we tattoo eyebrows, we take care of women who have had cancer, who have lost their eyebrows, and we give them back that. We do people who've had alopecia, we do women, and we just empower women to give them back their confidence. So I think, that I do something that is good for humanity. So when we got shut down, when I was told that we had to close, and I seen so much shaming of businesses who really couldn't afford to close down and chose to be open, the shaming that I saw on the internet, the first time that people came out here to speak up for their businesses and their livelihood, I mean, it's our life, it's our food on our table, it's a roof over our head, it's a life for our children, it's their school funds, people have gone in and taken money out of all of these things and still took a $40,000 loan that they're gonna have to pay interest on, that they're stuck with a $40,000 loan, plus they can't pay it back, plus their businesses have been closed, plus they lost their homes and have a loan that they're paying interest on it and cannot work to pay it back. So my story was when they said to me that we had to close down, I was so afraid of everyone else is going to think about me and how it's going to affect my business and my employees, that I just literally rolled into a ball and sat at home paralyzed. And I made a video about 2 months ago just speaking about this injustice. And my beautiful wife told me that people are not going to understand it in that way because people were not ready to hear the things that I had to say. So about 2 weeks ago, when they prolonged, when I was told to wait for 2 weeks and we're just doing this for 2 weeks, don't worry, we'll help you, we'll give you some money, we're going to take care of our small businesses, everything is great. I sat there and I wanted to comply because I care about people and I care about everything. But once the data started to roll in and once people started to understand, then I was like, whoa, another month, we're sitting another month and another month and another month. And because I have a platform of 20,000 people, so many people have reached out to me to tell me I cannot do another day of this. My business will not make it. My family doesn't have a home. My husband committed suicide. I want to kill myself every single day. And I romanticize being dead because I cannot take this anymore. So when people like that come to me, and my spirit guide said, enough is enough. I had one client tell me she has 3 daughters and she wants to commit suicide every morning. And for me, that was the most heartbreaking thing because what mother, how desperate do you have to be able to leave your children behind? So my spirit guide told me that I had to do this, and I did a video that ended up being 30 minutes long, and I just talked about how we are being poisoned from what we see, from what we hear, to what we know, to what we've been programmed to in school, from our vaccines to our foods to over 850 tons of chemicals have been poured into our environment. This year alone, 1.2 million people are dying of alcoholism. 500,000 people have killed themselves this year, and these numbers will only rise. So when I said things from my heart, that video went viral, and I ended up going on Global and I ended up going on CTV to do a live to speak on behalf of the small businesses, which is 250,000 in Ontario, small businesses that have been open for 60 years, 20 years, 10 years, even 1 year. I mean, it doesn't matter how long we've been open, how long we've been giving back to the economy or to society. We are essential. Anything that puts food into your mouth and anything that puts a roof over your head is essential. And nobody's ready to tell me that I am not essential. I was in my shop and I was answering emails and I got a phone call from a woman and I picked up the phone and she said, "Is this Yael?" And I said, "Yes." And she said to me, "You should be ashamed of yourself because you're a disgrace. I saw you on CTV and how dare you think that you were essential?" And I said to her, "How dare you call me and tell me that my livelihood, what I've done, what I've worked, the people that I employ and the children that they feed are not fucking essential." So I'm so grateful to be here surrounded by all of you because for so long I was so afraid to have my voice heard and to use my platform for what is the truth. And I'm not afraid anymore. So thank you guys. I love you. Oh, she got me, guys. Oh,
Why does government exist? Because there are a lot of us, and a lot of people don't like to take responsibility incomplete for their lives and actions. So we need a body, a structure to do it, to manage what we want, to keep the peace amongst a vast array of different people with different beliefs, different wants, different needs, different desires. But it's so very important for that peace to exist that the people are in charge. We will not be dictated to. This is not a dictatorship. You will not tell us what is essential. We are all essential. Our children are essential. Our jobs are essential. We will not shut up. We will not sit down. We will come here every single day until you do your job or you will be fired. With that, I would like to welcome Chris.
Wow. What she just said before about the small businesses, I feel every single day. That's why I started Back to Work in the first place. We got some new listeners. I know the cops are listening too. I want everybody to hear these stats. When we started this year, we had 1.15 million small businesses, making up over 97% of all the businesses in this country, 70% of all the jobs in this country, the largest portion of our GDP, and virtually the entirety of our middle class. The virus was used as a way to shut down business. They used fear and ignorance. Fear with models that they weren't backed up by data, and the ignorance of people who don't go any further than their TV or their government to tell them how to live and how to make their decisions. Fear and ignorance are the most dangerous things to freedom in society. And freedom is what's essential. We are all essential. When you just let the government decide who is essential and who is not essential, we all lose as a society. There are no losers in that thing. Everybody loses. Because when those small businesses close, our economy is affected. You're all affected. We've already lost over 225,000 businesses. These businesses are supporting families. These families are falling apart. Our suicide rate is almost 500% higher than normal. Our addiction rate can't even be determined. It's so high. Domestic violence is off the charts. Children are scared. Everybody is losing their mind. And what does the government tell us? We're going to extend your lockdown. We're going to extend the border closure. Be it to 6 months. Enough is enough. Why do they want to extend CRB? Because they know every week they're putting more people to that unemployed, dependent on government class. It's a push towards socialism, but more important, it's a push away from freedom and government control. If you do not have your own livelihood, if you rely on the government to feed your family, you are not independent. You are not making your own decisions. You are not free. Understand? Enough is enough. They are using fear. They are using things like wear masks to dehumanize you, to make you comply, to make you afraid, to make you perpetuate this to others, to give the impression that it's scared. People aren't wearing masks because they're scared of the virus. People are wearing masks because they're scared of the government, or they're scared of the person in the grocery store that's going to gang up on them and call them irresponsible or a killer. It's ridiculous! Absolutely ridiculous! There is light at the end of the tunnel. At Dundas Square yesterday, Matthew was there with his cart. He had the Pugs Over Mass shirt hanging off the side. And a little kid walked by with their mother, and the mother had forced the kid to wear a mask, and you can tell the child did not want to wear this mask. Complete child abuse. 100% child abuse, state sanctioned. It's ridiculous. But this child, he saw the Hugs Over Mass shirt, and immediately just ripped off the mask. A child them with the wherewithal to understand that the mask is a symbol of slavery, compliance, oppression, and it's unhealthy. The child ripped off the mask and looked at its mother, up at the mother, and said, "Mommy, I don't want to wear a mask anymore. I want hugs instead." That is the message push, and for the reason that it sets people free to make up their own mind. You need to be free to make your own decision. You cannot rely on the government to decide what's best for your business, decide what's best for you, decide what's best to be injected in your body. It's ridiculous. And we can win. We saw yesterday, a couple of days ago in New Brunswick, the mandatory vaccine bill was shot down. And if they're going to try that shit in Ontario, let them. We've been here 9 weeks. We've been standing our ground. We've been pushing a message. Why? Because we are fearless. When you're not afraid, you cannot be manipulated. When you're not afraid, you cannot be told what to do. When you're not afraid, you will stand up for yourself. They're trying to prevent us from happening. They're using division of all tactics, dividing us into smaller and smaller factions. And I wish everybody could understand that. Everybody needs to understand. Division is their weapon. How have they divided us so far? They started with the people scared of the virus from watching too much TV, and the people who actually read the data and know that the virus is not dangerous. They know not one child aged 0 to 20 has died. They know that 97% of the dead are over 60 years old. So they're not afraid. So they're dividing society amongst the afraid and the not afraid. They may divide in society amongst the business owners and essential workers versus the non-essential and everybody collecting CRB. Now they're trying again to divide us by race. Just like we see in the United States, Antifa enticing Black Lives Matter to cause riots so we can foment race division, more division for the government, less unity for the people, less chance, less means to fight back. Now they've gone even further. And first of all, they failed here, let's be honest. How many times have they tried to cause riots in the last few weeks in Toronto? Every week. And what have they caused? Absolutely nothing. They caused us to come together and sing Stand By Me. So now what are they trying? Now, the next division tactic, defund the police. So now we want to turn the people against the people that are there to protect them? Are you out of your mind? You think these people want to enforce the draconian law that are being enforced upon them? I don't think so. They just want to keep their job like everybody else. That everybody has a breaking point. I know these guys can't be listening to us for the last 9 weeks and be oblivious. I know they can't. I know it's impossible. You know why it's impossible? Because we're telling the truth. And the truth resonates. The lies will be told by every government official, by every media outlet, over and over and over, beating you over the head with it until you submit, until you just give in. But when somebody tells the truth, you only need to hear it once from one person, and you remember it forever. And once you are awake, you cannot go back to sleep. But that's not enough. When you're awake, you gotta wake up others. If you're awake, but you're not actively waking up others, you're a enabler. You're the worst. You know better. You know what's happening. You know how to fight back, but you won't because you don't want someone to take a bad blog post about you online. You don't want someone in your mom's group to make a bad comment about you. It's ridiculous. We need to get people off the fence. We need to get people fighting for what's right. We need to get people understand what's going on. We asked the government, why are you extending our lockdown? As Bob mentioned, Randy Hager gave an amendment to force the government to provide the data and the justification. Not only did they vote against it, they used a secret ballot method so you wouldn't know who voted against it. Total corruption.
complete, specifically designed unaccountability to support your rights without giving you a say, without giving you a recourse. Why do you think they want to extend the lockdown? No parliament. Parliament means more voters, more voices, more dissension. This way they can make things happen without telling you. And how do they do it? They're using more false hope to pacify the masses. They use tailored headlines, carefully crafted, to give you the wrong impression. A perfect example, Ontario will not mandate masks. Sounds very cut and dry. Ontario will mandate masks. Thanks, Doug Ford. No. Don't leave that up to the individual municipalities. Guelph already has. Brampton's planning it. Markham's planning it. So if every municipality in Ontario mandates it, does it matter if Ontario mandated it or not? No. But 90% of the people don't read past the headline. So you ask the average person and they say, masks aren't going to be mandatory in Ontario. And if you tell them otherwise, they won't listen. Another example. They're protecting the businesses. You heard, yeah. Are they protecting our businesses? Well, every week, I have people signing up to back to work with a sob story. I already lost my house. I'm a single mother of 3 kids. People are telling me I'm going to get arrested if I try to work. These are people at the end of their rope. These are people calling me out of sheer desperation and with nothing else to do, not even expecting results. But guess what? We have a 100% success rate so far of helping businesses renegotiate their rent and reopen under certain circumstances to generate revenue. And we're at a 0% rate of finalized action. A perfect record. So it's working. And why are we doing this? We haven't even seen consequences start to manifest yet. Our reality is we're going to have at least a 10% reduction in our GDP this year. That's depression level reduction. We lost 20% of our small businesses, millions of jobs. When you combine that loss of GDP, the massive unemployment, the huge $400 billion deficit, by next year, those CRV payments people are collecting for $2 grand a month aren't even going to buy their groceries. They're not going to let you hear that. They're not going to let you feel it. Because by the time fall rolls around and flu season kicks in, and most of the country's wearing masks, destroying their immune system, our flu season is going to be worse than normal. And guess what they're going to blame it on? Thank you. The COVID second wave. And guess what the first thing they're going to do is? Lock everybody down once again. Why? They want to destroy the rest of the businesses, and they want to hide the consequences for manifesting. If we're locked down, we won't notice that massive inflation. We won't notice that we won't notice those massive job losses. And then they can keep it going. That is their plan. That's why we're doing back to work right now. It's like we built this army here, this fearless army of Ontarians. We're doing the same with businesses. By the time they're ready to lock us down again, I'll have 100, 200 businesses in my army. When they lock us down and tell us we're going to be gone for 2 weeks, and it turns into 6 months, and everybody's at the end of their rope, all it will take is one email from me to launch all these businesses into action. We'll restart the economy single-handed. That's what our plan is. What else are we doing to fight this? Another speaker mentioned, we got Rocco Galati on the case, literally. He was supposed to file a submission this week at 83 pages long. However, he just have to keep writing because our government just keeps doing more and more illegal shit. Over 100 pages now in our submission. This is going to cover the lockdown, the mandatory vaccines, our businesses, even 5G and social distancing. Everything covered in this. We're going to hold them accountable. We're going to get results. What else are we doing? As we know, the best way to combat ignorance is with truth and awareness. The best way to do that is through the moms. Moms is the truth. You guys listen, and you're very influential. If you get through to you, your children, you get through to the husband, you get through to everyone. government knows this too. That's why they invented an NGO called Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I'm sure you've all heard of it. It's very effective at what it does, at taking our rights and getting illegal checkpoints and all these other beautiful things the government couldn't do without it. So let's give them a round of applause for a brilliant idea. But it gave me an idea. An idea for a massive online awareness campaign targeting moms, not just in Canada, but around the entire world. We want to make sure that by the time September comes around, no mother in her right mind will even think of sending their child to that trauma center they are trying to call schools. We came up with our own MAD, Mothers Against Distancing. I just created the Facebook group at like 5 in the morning last night. We already have hundreds of people joining. I don't know how. The website's going live. Our slogan is going to be Get Mad. Why? We all need to do. Everybody's so compliant. Everybody's staying home. Everybody's doing what they're told. No! Stop doing what you're told. Get mad. Stand up. Fight back. Enough is enough. We are now aware. We will make others aware. Awareness ends this. When people realize the virus is not dangerous, when people realize businesses are the target of this and we save them, people realize that putting your kids in that school is going to cause exponentially more harm than good on a massive scale, they will stand up and they will say no. Right now, everybody's afraid. We know you fight ignorance with truth. You fight fear. With courage. Dollars in it already for just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. A network of other like-minded people. We provided them the knowledge they require. We provided them the legal team they need to fight if required, and the funds. That's how you fight. That's how you provide courage. That's what we need to do on a grand scale with everything, via awareness. It's one thing to make the businesses open and go against the government. That takes some courage, real courage. You're going against the edict of the government, you're breaking a so-called emergency order, real consequences. But what we tell hundreds of millions of mothers, and we have doctors on video telling these hundreds of millions of mothers.
Okay guys, looks like we're losing the stream, so I'm gonna come over here and sign off, I guess, unfortunately. Catherine, it keeps dropping the screen, and I wish I could stay and hear the rest of the speeches, but they are getting a little bit long. It's getting a bit hot as well, standing up. I'm back, yeah, so there we go.
When social, without the fear, without people being scared, they can think. And when you can think, you can make rational decisions. Like taking off the mask. The big problem we have right now is that people are now compliant. The government did a great job of convincing everybody this is all over. We're opening, everything's opening, everything's going back to normal. No, they're not opening. They're opening everything but Toronto, which is like 50% of freaking businesses, and they're only opening at 50% capacity. How long can a country thrive at 50% of their economic output after losing 10% of the businesses? Everything's completely shut down for 2 up to 12 months. Answer, it cannot. Know this. We have to stop them from being able to do their goal. They have planned for you. This is the life they intend for you. Have you heard of the new Canada Day party that they're planning? Oh my goodness. Does anybody know what it's called? Together Apart. Oh yeah, don't hate. It's a very safe, inclusive, virtual celebration. This is how they want you to spend your Canada Day. Sitting at home by yourself in front of a TV, watching so-called live bands perform on TV. This is my favorite part of the virtual Canada Day celebration. They're going to end it with a fireworks display that you watch on TV. But guess what, guys? For safety, it's not a real fireworks display. It's just a montage of past fireworks displays. This is how they want you to spend your Canada Day. Not with your friends, not with your family, not out in the sun, not having a good time, not walking around spreading a message. No, they want you in front of your TV, eating drive-thru while you're wearing a mask, lonely, and having virtual celebrations. They want that to be your new normal. What am I saying? I'm saying we got to get back to work and back to normal. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, guys. On that note,
Wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. With that, I'd like to invite Vlad back up to the microphone. Vlad, where are you? Right here.
yes.
Everybody, a warm welcome for Vlad. Oh. There we go.
All right. How's everyone feeling? In case you're not passionate enough, I hope you're passionate now, right?
Back to life, back to reality.
This is why we're here. We're fighting for freedom. Like I said, we're fighting for freedom of our next generation of children. And since we're on a conversation of children again, in schools, they released the 3 options for the public education system in Ontario to open. There's a strict one, there's one with whatever regulations. Anyway, long story short, we really have to make a push. So I put a box, spread it around. If you want to take it, this is updated flyers for defining masks regulations. This is one, the original, we just changed the colors a little bit to be a little bit more friendly. And then the back actually is completely changed. So there's 6 reasons why masks are dangerous for your health. So this actually do work. Chris already told you about the t-shirt that worked for a child with a mom to take off the masks. I have people constantly messaging me that they go into the stores, they're giving this to people. These flyers don't work every single time, of course. However, they work enough times for us to keep doing it. And more than anything, we have to do it more. We have to make sure that these flyers are distributed, especially in Toronto and GTA where you are. There's one box over here, I put one box over there. So where you are, grab it. I have another box by the water under the tree. But spread it around, we'll get you more flyers. We got more shirts. So the flyers work, and think of this, guys. This is a seed of doubt that we need to plant to the people. The best strategy to have is to come from compassion to people that are unfortunately being brainwashed by this government.
Okay, guys, so he's pretty much speaking about things we already know. So I am going to wrap it up. I need to go sit down, get some shade. It's been quite a grueling hour standing up recording. You don't know what it does, taking out of you in 30 degrees something heat and standing still. So anyway, guys, we've had a lot of good feedback. I understand there was maybe a troll. We had a good couple of newbies that found us, I think, adding some great input in communication with the fans. That's always good. We like to welcome people here. We've got a guest here. These 2 ladies may be American. They have Trump hats on, so I know some of you out there are Trump fans, so maybe they've come here in a little bit of solidarity. We see we had some Americans also watching and supporting the cause and supporting TSP TV, and that's something I appreciate greatly, guys. Your viewership, and those of you who already subscribe and your continued viewership is something that means a lot to me, and I certainly do appreciate when we do find new Thrift fan members and we get some support from them, because we are stronger together and we're just trying to spread a message. I'm using my platform to make these messages get heard further than just these grounds here in Toronto, Ontario, here at Queen's Park, part of downtown. So that's why I'm saying I'm here. I believe in these things. I've been made non-essential. I've been at work for nearly 4 months. I haven't earned any money in 4 months. I literally have $2 to my name right now, less than $2. It's a struggle for a lot of people. You heard the lady whose businesses was struggling. and how she's made videos and how she used her platform of 20,000 people to reach and use the message. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using my platform to reach. I don't have 20,000 subscribers. I've only got 2,000. But the more of you that subscribe, the more of you that share this information and this content, it doesn't matter if it's pixelated, it's the audio and the message and the words that are important. So anyway, guys, if you do feel wealthy enough and generous and feel like tipping me out, I don't know if one of the mods can put the tip jar in the chat, that would be great. As I said, things are getting a little bit desperate. I'm almost about to start owing 3 months of rent because I hadn't had any income and been unable to pay my bills. But anyway, guys, it has been a much more positive outcome to the protest. When I first got here, it seemed like there might be a little bit of I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but it looks like there's a little bit of disharmony, but everyone's come together, the energy's back, a lot of passion from the speakers, and there is a good atmosphere and a good vibe once again. So thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me this Saturday, June the 10th, not the 10th, June the 20th, 2020, from Queen's Park, Toronto, Ontario. This is TSP TV for Shit Video Productions for TSP TV. I should know that by now. Yeah. Goodbye from me. See you next time, guys.